Now, you did voiceover work?
Nothing to that
And
extent.
this is part two. We're talking here now with D.M. and Hank Garrett. And you have a book coming out. This is about Dracula Speaks, and I'm John Solari. Now, what were your voiceovers?
Nothing to that extent.
And they're eating gnocchi, so don't...
Oh, this is great, by the way, Judge.
This is my first interview with people sitting down munching. I like that. That's a great. It relaxes. And
Oh, it's
there's
wonderful.
bread there. You want some? Yeah, I bet you when you were a kid, did you have the cream soda and the wine? Which was the best.
Oh, my
I have some Pepsi if you want some Pepsi.
Oh,
But when we were a kid, they wouldn't give the kids the wine full. They used to mix it with like cream soda.
cream soda.
Was
How
the
did it
best.
taste?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Oh.
Try it sometime in a
I'm
restaurant.
gonna try it.
You know,
Maybe
get some
tonight.
cream soda and a glass of red wine. And you're not going to get the Guinea Red, the homemade. Oh God, is that good when you get that? Oh, the homemade sausage they used to have in the basement. You know, we used to call them the zips. You know, from the other side. When you came over from Italy, they called them zips. I don't know why, but that's what they called them. And they would make it in the basement. You know, the sausage,
But
the cheese.
I told you about my father?
Oh,
My father was doing it, him and his friend Nick Caminali.
it was cool,
They
wasn't
made
it?
wine in the basement.
In
They
the
lived
basement.
together. They
Yeah.
lived together
Yeah.
before each one got married. And when they got married, the two wives would go, and my father and Nick were in the basement
Yeah.
singing. And Nick's wife said, "Oh, the boys are tasting it again."
Yeah.
It was never completely ready. They wiped out everything they made.
Oh God, it was so. But that's where they made the homemade sausages,
Yeah.
the raviolis, and
Sausage.
sausage.
I
You know,
miss
with
so
the
much
peppers.
not being raised with you guys.
Oh, it was
Oh.
so good. And this year when we used to have this, you know, and they make the homemade gnocchis and put the, you know, the grated cheese in there, the stuff, the basil. Oh, unbelievable what they used to
And
do.
when we used to go to the feast,
Oh. Yeah, well, that was the one in Harlem was different.
oh yeah.
You know, from the San Gennaro, that Little Italy. But the food was always the same.
Oh, anyway, back to her.
Yeah, you were doing, we were talking about your voiceover. What voiceovers did you do?
Nothing by comparison of him, and I'm not even going to go
No, what-
into it. Thank you, though.
You're not going to go into it?
She did a film, her dancing, on haystacks.
Oh,
On the farm.
on the farm, yeah.
Fantastic.
Good for you. Good for you.
She's done so much, I swear. Yeah, I'm thinking of us, we've been around, we've gone places. She was in Morocco. I mean, every once in a while in conversations she'll say, I'm not boasting or anything, but you know, like, oh yeah, 19 so-and-so, I was in Morocco and I was shooting film, and where were you shooting the golf game?
Oh, that was in Belize.
Belize.
What was this for? What were you...
Well, just various jobs that I was doing. I've had a couple of careers, and it hasn't been something I planned, but it's just things that
happened?
happen. And when you look back, you think, wow, thank God that didn't work out, or that didn't work out, because I wouldn't have gotten to do this.
Was it your idea they have Hank write the book?
Well, actually, he
encourage
had
him?
already written part of it, John.
Oh, really?
And he did a one-man show, kind of at the time I met him, and people were coming up and saying, oh, gosh, Hank, I want to have a book on that. But it wasn't in a chronological order. You know, he's a wonderful comic, and so he'd tell a portion of this part of his life, that part, that, but it wasn't all hooked together. So I started saying, when he would tell a story, I said, was that in your book? No, so I'd keep doing that, and it was a lot of work. You know, I'd keep asking questions, and I'd get more work.
Was
But
it work or did you enjoy it?
I did. I really
Okay.
enjoyed it. And so now we almost have it so that we can set it into print.
Now, into the one-man show, how do you still do it, or?
Yeah, in fact, we're going to be doing it as soon as the book is finished. We're going to take it on the road.
What's it called?
Well, it's called Up From the Sidewalk.
No, the one-man show?
And it's my life on the street and how I got off the street. And something else, because of Deanna Marie, we went to see her farm where she was born and raised. And I had talked about going to institutions where kids are awaiting trial or awaiting sentencing. She spoke to a guy that she knew from the farm area, and he's a lay minister, and he goes and ministers to these kids. He said, we talked to him about my talking to them. She set it up, and we wound up going to 2 institutions. Excuse me, and these are kids from 11 to 17. They had a kid who was 11 years old, was busted twice. They didn't know who I am. They didn't know television, movies, forget about it. But I was able to talk to them the fact that I was always in trouble. And I lost my son. My son spent most of his life in the joint. And I told him, I said, I see my face and my son's face on every one of you kids. I was there. I know what it is. Maybe different situations brought you here, but I know the feeling. Mm-hmm. It's a feeling of being lost, of not having anybody. And you find each other on the street. And before you know it, you're doing something so stupid and you pay for it for the rest of your life. Mm. They wrote me. These kids, 14 kids wrote me letters.
Really?
Telling me how I helped change their lives.
What was touching, maybe one would be only a couple of sentences, but another would write a whole, like a book.
Uh-huh.
And I think that I've seen you the most touched through those letters.
Oh, I am.
And it looks like that's something you want to do in the future.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. Going around the country, wherever, and talk to these kids.
Well, that's it. I can relate to that too. I mean, I understand exactly where you're coming from. You know, I got first arrested when I was 9 with the zip gun, you know.
Yeah.
About that.
Now, can we interview you? This is very interesting.
No, it was like out of the movies. It was in the Southern Boulevard in the Bronx, and it was raining that night, and the guys in the neighborhood told me that the cops were looking for me, and I was so proud, you know, and I walked up to the cop car and I said, I heard you looking for me. You know?
At 9?
Yeah, you know, because I had made the zip gun, you know.
Yeah.
And I was in the rain, and Hollywood, and it was dark, you know. Hollywood couldn't have written it better than that.
What did they say to you?
Well, they took me home, and it turns out the key that you use for the trigger, it wasn't mine. It was somebody else, but it happened to fit my door. You know, like the same key for my door in the house. So I got a beating for stealing the key. I didn't get a beating for, you know, for the zip gun.
Oh my God.
By the cops or by your folks?
My stepfather, he was an ex-boxer, my stepfather.
Oh.
And he used to run around with Dutch Schultz and all them guys. I mean, his father did. Ran around with Dutch Schultz. They owned, you know, the Bronx, he was a German guys, you know, they owned.
Oh, yeah.
They lost everything gambling and, you know, it's a long story anyway. So it's been in my history. I always wanted to be a gangster more than I wanted to be anything else. So, and people don't realize that. What it's, you know, it is a rough life. I mean, you know,
Oh, yeah.
I'm very proud of the people I know. I would never disrespect any of them. And I told my friends then, my friend Sonny Francesi, we talk about who should be out. I mean, he's 97. They ought to let him out. You know, I mean, what is he going to do? Let him, you know, at least die at home, not in some hospital, prison. It's wrong. And my friends in Cleveland, you know, I told them I'm very proud to know them. I'm not going to disrespect anybody.
No,
They never did me.
No.
And this and that. But back to that, you worked in some great movies, Serpico.
Yeah.
Them, you know, with Al.
Yeah, and I wound up winning the New York Film Critics for 3 Days of the Condor.
And the Conda, yeah.
But Sidney Pollack.
Sidney, we couldn't remember his name. When we talk about, he's one of my judges when I got into Actors Studio. And yeah, that was a very famous movie.
Oh. yeah.
And you still work, right? I mean, you
Oh, yeah, yeah. In
It's
fact,
amazing. You had some career.
And we're going, we may be going to Atlanta, and I'm gonna be speaking to 600 Marine veterans in Atlanta.
Wow.
And because I was in Vietnam.
Oh, I tried to get in the Marine Corps. I was turned down when I was 18. They said I just come out of an insane asylum, so a few years earlier.
Very interesting.
You know. Then during the Cuban crisis, I tried to join. Yeah.
Oh,
16, I was down there in Florida. I tried to join the Marine Corps. Again, you know, my background and everything, they probably saved my life because I never could take orders. You know, I wanted to be in the best. I thought I was going to join the Marine Corps, but I probably would have been shot by the Marines. I don't know. You know, but when them drill instructors try to tell me what to do.
yeah, I know.
You know, so somebody was looking out for me that I didn't get in. But it always hurts me that you know, you hear veteran. I tried to get in twice. You know,
Wow.
it wasn't that I skirted my.
When I did the training, I took the training. I wasn't officially a Marine, but I took the training with the Marines, and I went over to entertain. I did frontline entertainment.
Oh, with Chris Knoll, did you work with her?
No.
Because she did a lot of Vietnam stuff.
Oh.
You know, I got her on Facebook. She was just here in town. And the autograph shows must be great for you then.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
boy.
But the funny thing is, I'm standing there in the back of a truck, and I'm on the gate, and I'm telling jokes, and I hear bah, 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 machine guns. They open fire,
Yeah.
and I yell, "Critics!" Everybody, we started running.
Great line. That's something, boy. And I was just thinking, you know, when you did that, the Vietnam War, wow.
Yeah.
It's come a long way since then.
Oh my God. I
And,
remember coming back with a bunch of troops, and people were spitting at us.
Yeah, I was going to say, it wasn't a very popular war.
Welcome back.
You know, Hanoi Jane and all of that.
Yeah.
I did a play about, it was called Red River Rats, which in Vietnam was a prison camp.
Oh.
And they had a lot of these pilots there. And a lot of them were tortured because of her. You know. And these, I met them. I was doing it with Roscoe Lee Brown and a few others.
Oh yeah.
We did it, and then Roscoe was a piece of work. What an actor! He was a good guy, you know. But he was funny, you know.
Good actor.
Good actor. But Roscoe Lee Brown, that voice—that's what got him.
Yeah.
He had that incredible voice. And then I got to know him a lot better at Actors Studio. Before there was a. You said you lived on 110th Street, right?
111th between
111th.
Park and Lexington. Yeah.
Because I remember the movie 110th Street. It came out. It was Anthony Francioso.
Oh yes, cross 110th. Yes.
Of course, and I thought he played, the best gangster I ever saw in the movies was done by Anthony Francioso.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he was America's greatest living, one of them.
He was wonderful.
You know, and another one I always picked was Sammy Davis Jr. A great actor, all around. Him and Jack Lemmon.
Oh.
They did it all, but even Sammy did a little more. He sang.
Well,
Yeah.
Tony was from 116th Street.
Really?
Franciosa. Yeah.
Yeah, he was from Harlem too. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was so glad I got to tell him that though. That I thought he was one of America's greatest actors. 'Cause
God, he
what a
was
talent!
marvelous.
I never seen him do anything bad. So all you guys from Harlem really did well. Burt Lancaster.
Yeah.
You know.
The funny thing, I would see Tony at Rayo's.
Yeah.
116.
Now a lot of the audience doesn't realize that you're related to the Rayos.
Yeah.
You know.
My uncle.
And now I met him. He plays on The Sopranos. He played the FBI agent, and he's also a delegate, a union official with Screen Actors Guild in After now.
Really?
When I was at the convention, I met him down there. They all came in from New York when they had the convention,
Oh my God.
and so he's with the union now. Well, he knows
Oh, are
it.
you going to go to the Christmas party?
You were telling me that's December 10th for all you
Yeah.
SAG-AFTRA members. Well, yeah,
We'll be there.
Oh, I'll be there. Do we have to? You can just go. right? You don't have to sign up.
No, you just come down, but make sure, see, I'm gonna be at the admission table.
Oh, really? Okay, that's
So
great.
you know you're
So
in.
you do it every year?
Yeah.
Because I've heard, I almost went last year, because I've been getting involved in the union. I've been going to the union meetings, because I was against the merger, but, it didn't happen, so I knew I didn't stand a chance. But I was hoping that, but if I'm still in California, because I don't know, I might have to move. I'm still looking for a place, but we'll say, let's get back, this is about you. I really want to know. Now, and do you manage other people? Do you manage,
No, at this point, he
'Cause
is
you-
my main focus.
oh, because I saw you have the picture of, what's her name?
Oh, Sharon Benson.
Yeah, Sharon Benson, I meant.
I met her on a shoot, and I'm fiddle lady, I call her. She
Yeah.
is a wonderful musician.
Oh, I thought you represented her, so
Well,
it's,
I just because I love supporting, if I believe in somebody, I've always done that, for no pay. So maybe later on, when I'm successful with this one, I'd like to branch out.
well, how long have you been working together then?
About 2 years.
That's all.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
seems so much longer.
And the thing is,
You guys
I was with the Morris office. I was with the same manager who managed Tony Bennett and Jerry Vale. And they never did as much for me as she's doing. She's on the phone every day, lining up different. We did an interview show last night.
Oh, good.
So it's nonstop.
That's great. Well, first, that's what you need, somebody that cares about you.
Exactly.
Because it's not like the old days where everybody knew your work and everybody, actors helped each other back in the old days. That is gone today.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? It's gone where you find somebody, and you need a manager. I mean, my agent is a rabbi. You said you met a rabbi.
Oh, yes.
He's not my agent
Craig.
anymore. Craig Wyckoff.
Yeah.
The only time he called me, it was, and Craig, and it was to find out if I knew that wise guy or not. It's the only time he would call me. You know this guy, John? Is he all right? I don't know what do I know.
Oh.
He tried to be polite. My best agent was Sharon DeBoer, who was, Sharon, because she managed, it was an agent for Carmine Caridi too.
Sure.
I know, that was Mikel Jennings.
Wow.
He was my first agent out here with Jim Frawley. I called him my rabbi because he gave me my start when he was doing Cagney and Lacey. He used to direct a lot of Cagney and Lacey.
Wow. Yeah, I
Jim
knew
Frawley.
Jim when he was acting.
Yeah, he said he gave it up because of, what's his name? Oh, God. He used to get all the good actor who the next Out of Towners was done by, you know who I mean?
Oh, yeah.
The actor that, oh, God.
Not Lemon.
No, it begins with an A. He works all the time. Anyway, Jim said he was getting all the parts, so he became a director. Jim became a director.
Jim Frawley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, what's his name? He's got the bald head. Not bald head. Let's not think about it, and it'll come.
Yeah, I knew Jim in New York. We were hanging out at the actor studio a little bit, and we were down on Bank.
Yeah, he was my
Thanks.
rabbi out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Jim Frawley.
Yeah.
I did a pilot that he did called Steel Collar Man with Chuck Connors, and he used to carry the rifleman, the gun in his trunk.
Oh.
There was another one like you, did it all. Played for the Dodgers, the Celtics, and he played somebody else. He was with Chuck Connors. But we did that pilot, and then he got me my SAG card doing Cagney and Lacey.
Wow.
He was good to me, Jim Frawley. I guess he just gave up, retired now, whatever.
Oh.
But it's bugging me because I could see the guy's face. As soon as we say the name, you'll know who it is. The actor, and his son's an actor too. But he did that movie. It was a remake, not The Out of Towners. The In-Laws. The In-Laws. He did it with George Segal. I think he did it with George Segal. And we won't go into that. It's getting, I think I better. It's amazing there's hardly any light in here. And I just want to turn this around so you can see.
Oh my God.
Gosh, wow.
This camera just is amazing. It does it all. And,
Fantastic.
you know, I can't believe how bright it is. I'm looking
Yeah,
at you.
I was gonna say,
I'm saying
with
it's
the
awful.
dark background.
Can't even, yeah.
Wow.
I said, maybe I ought to put some light on.
You know, John, what I find so fascinating, you two, the stories that you swap, I've seen you together before, and you're like two kids.
Well,
Yes,
it's-
you know so-and-so,
Well,
yes, I know so, and the experiences that you've had together, and you've worked with a lot of people yourself.
Well, not really. I mean, I had no career. My career was more into the other side of the law than it was into. It really,
It's
I mean,
another thing you
truth
have
be
in
told.
common.
Well, the funny thing is that we had, you know, we could interchange
Right.
because we've had the same kind
Yeah.
of life.
Same kind of life, is right.
Wow.
I just want to see if we can get some kind of, just to help it out a little bit.
It was, and we're not the only ones.
No, I know. I mean, people. You know, if I had the choice, it seemed like every time I did Lost Highway for David Lynch, and I was starting to get hot, but I had to go on a semi-lam. You might say the house I was living in up in Mulholland burnt down, and the ATF wanted to talk to me.
Another story, huh?
You know, I was in Cleveland, and it was funny. Yeah, I'm in the office over there, and I never forget that you've done this before, haven't you? Because my lawyer Martin Simone, he used to have me talk to people that had to go to trial, because you know you tell them the truth, but not the whole truth. You know, when you say this way, you never get caught in a lie. You know, you could tell the truth, but don't tell the whole truth.
Like, absolutely.
You know, I was in the neighborhood. Did you see the guy? No.
No.
But I was in the neighborhood.
I took a hell of a beating because I wouldn't. There was a guy named Lefty, and the cops were looking for him. And they grabbed me, and they take me in, and they take me 104th Street, near the Tombs,
Yeah.
and they beat the crap out of me. I mean, they worked me over. They didn't care if I died.
Yeah,
And I'm a kid.
The phone book they used to use a lot with the stick. Left no marks.
Oh, I know. So they really worked me over, and finally I said, I don't know where he is. And they believed me. And the last thing, the guy comes over and he says, go wash. I'm bleeding all over the place. Now, I gotta walk home to 111. I'm limping all the way home and cursing. I go to the schoolyard, there's Lefty. Cops couldn't find him. He's in the schoolyard playing handball. I walked over to Lefty and I punched him right in the face. He says, what the hell you hit me for? I said, because of the beating I just took because of you. He said, who's looking for me? I said, everybody. You saw I hit him again. Oh.
Those are great stories, but your stories about, I love the idea. I mean, what a gift to be able to open up for, you know, with Tony Bennett and Jerry Vell, who just passed away too.
I'm the luckiest guy in the world.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. I mean, the life that you've had, and then to get someone in your life later on who's going to look out for you, which is rare today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I tried to tell her, I've been married twice. My last wife wiped me out, left me without a penny. Because of all the work I had done, I had money in an investment corporation. And I get a call. And they said, Mr. Garrett, why haven't you responded to all the mail we sent you? I said, what mail? I'm doing a show with James Earl Jones. I'm knocking down big money. I said, why are you calling? I said, well, number one, to respond to the fact that we never heard from you. I said, what is this call about exactly? I still got the money, and I had $2.5 million. They said, you got 600. I said, what? your ex-wife that you made an officer in your corporation kept writing checks to herself,
Yeah.
and she wiped me out.
Women are known for that.
Well, this one, I thank God, and I mean this sincerely, not because you're sitting here. I have never had anybody like this in my life.
Yeah.
I'm living my life all over again. Like a kid. We go places because of her.
I drive him everywhere, by the way, so he has to depend on me. The power it gives me.
Honest to God, and it's like, we go into a restaurant, the two of us. We can get there at 7 o'clock. We sit there till the place closes. They're putting the chairs on the table, we're sitting. No matter where we go, we close up the place. I've never enjoyed being with one person as much as I'm enjoying now. I'm enjoying my life. And it's never happened before. I used to go to work, doing the show. Now I'm co-starring with James Earl Jones. And I loved going to work. And I hated coming home. Because I knew I was coming home to anger, jealousy, just didn't want to come home. And the money meant nothing.
Mhm.
I'm making a ton of money and I'm unhappy. With this one, we do the simplest things and I'm enjoying every moment of it. Every single moment.
I still think it's because I drive and he knows how to hook
Well,
up
it's,
with me.
Well,
it's a rare gift, and you know what? The bottom line is, your hand calls for it sometimes. You know, if you've done the right things,
yeah.
sometimes.
You know, John, that's the little I know about him. I think, my gosh, how could you have gotten in these situations? And you've given so much away, and it's so fun now to feel that I can help him
Sure.
take what's back for him.
Well, it shows. I mean, that you both care, and that's the gift that we all look for in life.
Absolutely.
It's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
You know, if you go to, that's what it's all about. You know, you some good
yeah.
macaronis and a good woman.
And the macaroni got top billing.
With that, how do people get in touch with you if they want to?
On Facebook, it's D.M. Smith. D like a David, M. Mary Smith.
And what does it stand for, D.M.?
Deanna Marie.
That's a beautiful name.
That was
Isn't that
my
a great
design
name?
name.
Yeah, Deanna Marie. Because I heard him say it. Deanna Marie, I like that.
Yeah.
And we're setting up a website. My company is Red Warrior. I'm a redhead, so Red Warrior
Well,
Management.
Okay, and there's a number on there. I'll put it on there.
Okay,
You know,
great.
with the three, you got a couple numbers on there. I'll put it on the.
And Hank's website, it's his name, like hank.garrett.com, but it's under
Construction?
right now, and his Facebook too. We have a few challenges there.
Oh, Hank, are you on Facebook? No, I didn't think so. I
I've been
didn't see it.
trying to get on, but there was a screw up and
Oh, you should be. You should get on there. Because I know there's a lot of people who would love to say hello to you.
oh, I know, and I keep getting messages on my cell phone. You know, so and so and so and so, and I try to respond and I can't because the passwords are not being accepted. And I've used every password possible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so someone's got to set it up for us.
We really do need help because when we first looked into it, he had 7 Facebook accounts. We don't know who made any of them, so we
Oh,
found the
so
one that's
people
the
do
biggest.
make them up.
And this one looks like the most official, but we can't find the website, the password. And we've gone through many, many people. I don't know what
Well,
else to do.
You could start a new one, you know, just give this a new name, a new title.
And just forget all those.
Forget all the rest
pictures.
and just start anew,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like you guys did, right? You started over. You're better off than trying to, because a lot of them are confiscated. You know, Tony Sirico from The Sopranos, there's somebody on Facebook, you know, using his name.
Oh, wow.
Because, you know, he told me, you know, he doesn't have Facebook. So, you know, when the guy wanted to be my friend, I asked him a question. I knew he couldn't answer it, and I put on, I know you're a phony.
Wow.
You know, because I know it's not you. So you start a new one, and it's done. And
And
with
when
that,
we do that, then it'll be Hank Garrett.
what a gift this has been. We got 2 seconds. Thank you. God bless
Wow.
both.